our next guest.
Oh, you
my
are
gosh,
so
I'm so
charmed.
excited he's here. Yes,
you are so
yes.
charmed. Our next guest has gone from his long-time role as a modern detective on Psych to his new role as a medieval monarch, King Richard on ABC's wonderful show, Galavant. Welcome. Timothy Omundson is here.
What a dramatic shift.
Right.
Oh, what a dramatic shift in characters you have played.
Yes.
Yes.
It was, yes.
Yeah.
It
Can you not speak so without your crown?
Right.
it's really difficult. It's funny, I find with the crown comes the accent, so I normally don't go into it.
You don't go into it.
Well, we have a throne here.
But that'll work. That, I mean,
There?
it might be more, sort of like this. It won't be quite...
Right. There you are.
Oh,
Nice
look
round.
at you
Wow.
there.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Right.
You're welcome.
And did you have problems with your audition, or was it fine?
I have to say, this was probably one of the top 3 auditions of my life. It was
Really?
The words were so good, and I knew, right or wrong, what I wanted to do with it, which is a lot of times you go in and you just have no idea what you want to do or what the right choice is. And I was like, this one, like, forget it. I was going over the audition with my wife, and she, after I started a few lines, it's bold. It's big and bold and out there. And she just went, what the hell are you doing? And I went, no, darling, this is what I'm doing. They're either going to, they're either buying this or they're not. But this is what I'm saying.
Which sent you in with just loads of confidence, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yes.
What are you doing?
And along with,
have
are
to
you wearing
feed us,
that?
honey.
How are you wearing
That's what
that?
you're going to
Yeah.
take to work with you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
All right, and the other thing is we're excited about everything on our show, but I'm particularly happy today.
How great would it be to be king?
Well,
Just
you
that.
are. You
Yeah.
make me call you your Royal Styness to begin with.
do.
So,
And you almost looked me right at me, and you know that's
Yeah, I
not
know, I
in the
can't do that,
contract.
okay.
How great would it be to play King Richard? That is the question I present to you. We have a man who knows that answer. Actor Timothy Omundson is here. He stars in ABC's Galavant, which has a very dynamic character for you to play, which is
Richard.
lovely. How is this show different? I mean, I know because I've seen it, but how would you characterize it different from others?
It's a fairy tale. It's a musical fairy tale. It's a musical fairy tale comedy. So that's sort of the trifecta of, you don't see a lot of that on your television boxes these days. I mean, it's a fairy tale musical comedy, for goodness sake.
It is, but you
just said let's be everything.
Let's be everything, but you are everything, including a very complex character, King Richard. So you have a lot of ups and downs. You're kind, you're funny, you're not so funny, you're mean. So how do you get all these characters into one person?
Well, the nice words by Dan Fogelman help. But Richard is described as the evil king, and he is. He's a very bad, evil king. I mean, look at that look. That's just, he's just looking very
I think you look
evil.
handsome.
Well, thank you.
Your eyes
He's also just an absolutely spoiled, petulant child. So
Most kings.
Which I love him.
Exactly. I mean, if you're going to be a king, you might
have
as well be. I want it now. Which that was just me around the house.
Oh, I see.
Sure. How do you know if you get the script and you read it and you deliver it and it's funny and they're like, oh, no, that one was supposed to be serious, that line? Like, is it so obvious in the script?
There's not a lot of serious in our show. There's no, that's actually not true. You know, it's a very broad, silly comedy. And King Richard, at least the way I'm doing him, is super broad and silly. But we earn those moments of silly with these really surprising moments of heart. That will, I think, if you're watching along, suddenly take you by surprise. It did me when I read the script, and it's been great.
Well, let's take, if you pardon the expression, let's take a look at you on the throne. We have a clip of
In front of all these people?
In front of all these people. So let's take a look, shall we?
King, Queen of Valencia, step forward. Let me ask you, before I invaded, pillaged, and destroyed your kingdom, what did you people do around here for fun?
We used to sit around the elder tree for hours and hours of spontaneous, unscripted theater.
You cut down the elder tree.
I did.
You turned it into toothpicks.
Well played.
He's so funny. You know, you film and you look at some of the places that you shoot in, and you go, "This is not green screen. These are real castles. These are real places."
Surprisingly, it's a soundstage in Burbank.
Oh,
It is?
No, it's England. It's, for goodness sakes, it is the United Kingdom. We shot. You can't shoot a show like this here because we don't have so many castles here. So we shot the pilot in Wales. That scene was in Caerphilly Castle, which I'm playing a king, shooting this scene in a Welsh throne room from the 13th freaking century.
When does
I
that?
can't remember his name. I think it's Joshua Sass, the lead of our show. I could be wrong. I should look it up.
You look terribly bored.
When does that
Look
wash
how
over you?
beautiful.
Okay, now that's our beautiful cast. This is Joshua and Mallory and Luke and Karen and myself. We took a little field trip on the pilot because we had 4 days off. This is actually the castle in the town where he grew up in. I believe it's Shropshire. This is ruins, just your average ruins. Nobody lives there. They're ruins. People just go and just shoot there. With, of course, thunderous rain coming down. These are all the umbrellas covering our cameras because it's England.
Does that help you in the role at all when you're in?
Well, like I said, I'm playing this king in a throne room that was actually the throne room of Welsh kings. So that helps a lot.
Right, but then the lines in which you're delivering seem so sacrilegious in a way to this.
That's where just the pretend part comes in.
Right. Talk about the musical component that's involved, because that's...
So, as I said, it is a musical. It's a musical written by the guy who's written some of the... allow me. It's written by...
It's a long list.
I need a list. It's Alan Menken. He's written virtually every Disney hit that your children you have sung. Little Shop of Horrors, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Pocahontas, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, Tangled, and Galavant.
That's quite an impressive.
That's Alan.
Well, then you must have some big shoes to fill. You must feel...
It's scary. I mean, there's no net with this. I've friends who work on Broadway who are very angry that I got this role.
Yeah.
Can we? By the way, that was a picture of my daughter with Alan.
Yes.
Oh, was it?
What a thrill for her.
My daughter Nora has been bitten by the musical theater bug, and said, "Oh, come on!"
Oh.
And I let her play hooky last week. We were doing scoring down at the old MGM stages, and she got to sit with the 90-piece orchestra. And
well, that's a
you
great
have
life
to let him
lesson
play
for her.
hooky.
Yeah,
you have to. What you do. What
there's
child gets that
education and there's
chance?
schooling.
Yeah. Wonderful. Please follow Timothy on his Twitter at Omundson, and you can follow him on Galavant on ABC Sundays 8 Central.
It's a rip-roaring good time.
It's
Jolly
really
good
fun.
It's jolly good fun.
Do it one more
So
time. No. Sophie is up now.
Yes.